Nerves suck, man. Okay, they're one of the many obstacles that you're going to come across in your acting journey. And today we're going to talk about what they are they good, are they bad, and how to navigate them. My name is Logan Allen. I'm an actor from Central Florida. I've been acting now for over 10 years in shows like Sweet Magnolias, Stranger Things, Bernie the Dolphin 1 and 2, Creep Show, Tilly in the Kitchen, a lot of stuff here and there. I've been acting for over 10 years, man. I'm unk status at this point, okay, as the kids say, right? But that was a dumb joke. We're going to continue. Because of my acting experience, I've been able to work with some amazing actors who have been acting for decades and have a lot of great experience on some massive sets. And I always ask them about nerves and how to navigate them and do they get nervous. And so we're going to talk about that today. So let's start out by saying this. Nerves are a good thing for a couple different reasons, okay? Number one being that if you're not nervous while presenting or performing to people, then you probably don't love it. It's probably not your passion, okay, most likely. So you're nervous because you love what you do, because especially in acting, right? You love acting and you hold a standard for yourself that's probably pretty high, and you're trying to meet that constantly. So, you're going to be nervous when you hold the standards high and when you are really trying to make an impact on people in a good light. Another reason is because of something called performance energy. And when you're nervous and you're a little bit anxious and you're performing and you get this weird boost of energy, that's one of the symptoms of being nervous. And another one is it makes you lock in. When you're anxious and you're nervous, your body's going hey, this is very, very important. We have to lock in. And you literally have this tunnel vision of immense focus and determination. And I think that honestly is a benefit to your performance. Whenever I'm performing and I'm a little bit anxious and nervous, and when it's controlled, that's a big key. When it's controlled nervousness and anxiousness, I think that it's some of my best work because I'm just locked in and there's this determination and energy, like I said earlier, that's kind of driving the performance. So I think that's a big positive for sure. And honestly, I think life lives within nerves. For example, people that do all these adrenaline rushes, whether it's skydiving or roller coasters or whatever it is, people do these things because it gives them an energy that they feel like they're living in they're on the top of the world at that point. They're living like they've never lived before, and that's because of the nerves. That's because of that excitement that they're feeling of the uncontrollable. I think that's what nerves are, right? Nerves, I think, stems from the place of, okay, this is very important and I don't know how it's going to go. I can't control this thing. And I think, like I said, that's where life lives, whether it's the examples I gave earlier, or even going up and talking to the pretty girl that you've been, really anxious to go talk to for a while. I think there's life within that. I think there's life even within everyday conversations. And so the unexpected, uncontrollable nature of life, I think, gives us anxiety and gives us nerves, but that's where the life is. So what I'm saying is don't fight the nerves. Don't suppress them or try to keep them away. You really got to embrace them because that's where the life is. And I think you'll find that performance energy, like I stated earlier, and a lot of great things really come out of that. So don't suppress it. It'll also just get 10 times worse. You know what I mean? If you're really anxious and you're in the middle of a scene, you flub a line because you're anxious, then you start thinking about, oh man, I flubbed that up, but I have another line. Oh, I forgot that line too. And it's going to be a domino effect and you don't want that. So because of that, just don't suppress them, embrace them, notice that they're there. For sure. Now, a couple things that I would do that help me out every time I get a little bit nervous starts with breathing. You'll realize that when you're anxious, when you're a little bit nervous, you won't breathe, bro. Your body's you're condensed, you're contracted, you're not, and that's nothing. Your body is also immobile almost. You're very tense everywhere in your body, and that includes your chest. So the one thing I like to do is just take a deep breath. All the way in, let it out in through your nose, out through your mouth. You'll feel your heart rate start to slow down immediately with that. And also too, when you breathe in and when you exhale, feel your whole body release the tension. Just feel the whole thing just go. And I promise you'll feel 10 times better after doing that. That's something that really helps me out for sure. It's just breathing. Just going back to breathing, just relaxing your body is always a great start. Now, I think also nerves stem from self-consciousness within acting itself. When you're self-conscious and you're looking at yourself and you're thinking about the next lines, you're going to get very, very nervous with that. And that's kind of that domino effect I was talking about earlier. So to help with that nervousness, to help with that anxiety, just place your attention on the other actor. What are they wearing? What is your immediate objective in the scene? Is it working? Do you have to figure out another path to take to get what you want in the scene? Look at how the other person's taking, the information you're giving them. Is your plan working? Is it not working? Are they looking at you in a weird way? What expression? So like, there's just a lot of different things that you can focus on in a conversation. And it's weird, when you do that, you'll stop thinking about yourself. You'll stop thinking about your surroundings. A good example is this past weekend, it'll be 2 weekends ago from the time you guys see this video, but because I'm always a week ahead. But I was at the Orange and Blue Film Festival at the University of Florida, man. If you guys are big film guys, go out there. It's a great time. It was the whole weekend, phenomenal time. I'm definitely going to go back next year. It was an absolute blast. But I was talking with someone, and it was a great conversation. We're going back and forth and whatever. And they just are now posting pictures and videos from the event, from the entire weekend. And there's a video that they have, like a 5-second video of like these people like doing the gator chomp, and like they did a whole video right next to the conversation I was having, that same exact conversation. I had no idea that video was going on. I don't remember any of that at all. And that shows that when you're fully engaged in a conversation, your attention's not on yourself, you will not be fully aware of your surroundings, and you'll be engaged on that one person. And I think once you let go of that self-consciousness, Howard Fine talks about that a lot, the acting coach from LA, the anxiety will start to naturally go away. So that's something that I like to do, is just work on the self-consciousness as well. I think that's a big factor in why you're feeling the way you are feeling, particularly with acting itself. So something people talk about a lot is nerves and excitement, and they say that when you're nervous, you're just excited. It's the same brain chemicals or whatever that are activated in that moment with those two emotions. And I did some research on it, and it's kind of true. So let me explain this to you. So both nerves and excitement both start in the amygdala. Oh, I killed it, bro. Listen, the words on your screen right now, it doesn't even look right, bro. I had to read that off the page. But the amygdala is like this, basically like this part in your brain. And when there's like high stakes moments or like important moments, your brain clocks that and goes, oh shit. Okay, boys, we gotta lock in, right? And so it like basically just spreads it all throughout the brain. And because of that, that's when you get all the symptoms of, your heart starts pounding, your hands get a little sweaty, all those things. What's interesting is it sends off the same receptors as if you're excited. Same thing happens. Your heart starts pounding a little bit. Your hands get a little bit sweaty. You're ready for it. You know what I mean? You're not really breathing fully. You're little constricted in your movement. All those same things happen with both emotions because of the amygdala. It's a fun word to say. So both emotions are the same exact thing, basically. What changes it is your perception on the situation. So really, it's all mental. You can take a situation you're very anxious in, that you're very nervous in, and just try to not just tell yourself, oh, I'm excited. No, really take the situation and shape the entire reality into a more positive connotation. And you will realize that your brain will start to believe that you're actually excited. Once again, you can't just tell yourself, oh, I'm excited. I'm not nervous. That's going to make the whole situation worse. But truly perceiving the situation in a more positive light is the only thing you have to do to feel more excited than feel nervous. So it's all kind of a mental thing. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Now, that's way easier said than done. I get it. But I do think that that is something to play around with. That's something that I haven't really dove into just yet. People have always told me that, but I did some research on it for this video for you guys. So you let me know if you tried that, if that worked for you, for sure. But that's going to be the video on dealing with nerves, man. You guys let me know which one of these work. Like I said, I think really what it comes down to is just trying to perceive, the situation as positive as you possibly can. Breathe. Put your attention on someone else, not on yourself. And I think that the nerves can be controlled. Those nerves will always be there. And something that people, think, and I thought this, a couple years ago even, was that the nerves will go away with age. The older you get, the nerves won't be there. They'll start to disappear. That's not true at all, because the more that you continue down this journey in acting, the more you accomplish, the higher standard you will hold for yourself. And because of that, you'll get more nervous, not less nervous. So what it really comes down to is learning how to deal with the nerves, learning how to control the nerves. And that's why I made this video. Nerves really are your friend. Like I said, there's a lot of positives that come from it that we discussed earlier. So it's just really about making nerves your best friend, not looking at them in a negative light. And I think a lot of positive will come out of it for you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching this video, man. Let me know down in the comment section down below what, tactics and what techniques do you guys use to help control the nerves, or are you even nervous in general? I'm just a nervous guy in general, but I'm very anxious in my everyday life. So being in front of a lot of people performing a monologue isn't the most comfortable position for me, but these techniques do really help me out. But give this video a like if you got something from it. Give it a dislike if you hate it. That works too. And subscribe if you are new, baby. Hit that little bell notification. I post every Tuesday and Friday. Acting videos are going to be on Fridays at 4 p.m. I love y'all, man. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Catch you next time. Later.